Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right, out here in my lab. We under the morning, doing that do for you. We got a nice one for you today. That's right. If you know nothing about the afterlife, you will when I get done. Tidbit. Right as a 25 rules to live by, storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in, receiving them. The numbers looking good. Hope it's working out for you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thing is mission. I'm on it. Heavy tongue and all. Got a swollen tongue this morning. A little heavy, but get through it. You know the deal. Ain't nothing stopping me from doing what I do for you. Let's go. Right thing is mission. And yeah, I'm on it. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get all right thinkers to know thyself. If you're coming here to check me out, that's what you should be wanting to do because that's what I'm here to do for you, help you know thyself. Let's go. I give you lessons every day for that reason. Know thyself is a question and an answer you should have. A question rhetorical, but you should have the answer for yourself. If not, tune in. I can help you with that. That's also what I do. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. A person who knows not and believes that they know dangers, avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, it's okay. They're asleep spiritually. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers know that self. And to my yacht, be true. Today, right thinkers. Mm, yeah, sorry about that. But let's get back to the lesson. Right thinkers, let's talk about the afterlife. What do you mean afterlife? The afterlife is really the spiritual, excuse me, or the eternal life. The ancients knew that this life wasn't the only one. Understand that? So that's the concept. They call it the afterlife. We call it heaven and hell. Same concept. Again, these are just concepts. Let's go. Now, again, the concept of the afterlife is what? The reason for us to do what? Live right in this life. If you do according to your higher self, aka God, be obedient, things will happen for you. Only you. Okay? You're responsible for your salvation. Okay? Salvation is what you did, you're responsible for. You can't have somebody stand in for you, speak for you, or vouch for you. It's all on you. Let's go. So if you're blessed in this life by doing good deeds, righteous lifestyle living, you know that this is what? Temporary. And if you can excel in this life, you guarantee a place in the afterlife. All those who don't do what they need to do in this life, no afterlife for you. That's the concept. It's all your choice. Again, let me break it down for you as we go along. The afterlife is eternal life, aka the spiritual life. This is the physical life. We got the five senses that we use to get around here: smell, see, hear, touch, and taste. Those are physical body needs. When excuse me, when you go to sleep, when you go into the spiritual realm, the mental realm, the body don't exist when there. So you don't need that. So when this one runs out, you can still go on to the spiritual world if you wake up your spirit. Become conscious, aka know thyself. Okay, let's go. See, I put a lot of my time in to learn spiritual truths. That's the first thing. And more time in what? Living by those truths to see if they work. I put over 30 years, 35 years of practicing, implementing, and trying to master this thing I call right thinking philosophy, and I got it right. So now I'm just professing it and letting those who choose to follow it, had their way with it, and so far, the right thing worked. The right thing worked. You was right. You're right. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's why I do it. But watch this. The key to reaching the afterlife is to what? Live right in this life. That's right in the philosophy's goal to get you to understand how to live right here. Why? Because without that here, you won't go there. That's the preparation for greatness. I keep telling you, I'm preparing for my afterlife. Why? But I'm living right in this life. Simple. Let's go. No one again, no one have ever come back from death to let us know what it's about in the afterlife. All we have is theories, concepts, and perspectives that we use to justify us what living right here for that next life. If you choose not to, it's your choice. Again, it's all about choices, and you won't know what choice you made until you get the judgment day when you're responsible for all the choices you made during your life. So if you want to do what you want to do, knock yourself out. If you don't get higher knowledge, meaning knowing yourself, not just in the physical form, but the spiritual form, the godly form, the person who you really are, the essence of you, your ego is not you. It just represents you. Your higher knowledge is you. That's God in you. That's spirit that had to be woken up, had to make the connection, heart and mind coherence. But that's the idea. Righteous living, virtuous action and deeds. God recognized that. Why? He's watching all the time. The witness that never sleeps. Okay? We practice death. What you mean? Every time we go to sleep. That dream state that you go into, some of us go there and stay there. Why? Because they don't wake up in this world no more. They wake up dead. And if they made a good decision while they was here, they wake up and go into the afterlife. If not, at time, dinner time, the heart would be eaten, the conscience is erased. Remember, we have a conscious mind, which is free will. We have a heart conscious mind. That's God dwellings. That's what they judge you by right here. So if this don't match with that, the party's over. Why? You never made the connection. So your consciousness won't connect with your spirit, which is the falcon with your head on it. If your head ain't on it, the falcon can't go home. He can fly, he can ride, but he can't go home. Why? He don't know himself. This is the concept. I'm trying to break it down, make it simple for you to understand. Okay. I tell you all the time, going to sleep is preparing for death. That's us in the dream state. Okay. When you lay down and go to sleep, the body gets to rest because they're needed. The spirit and the consciousness don't stop. It continues on. Why? The body still got to breathe. The heart still got to pump the blood. So your body's functioning by the subconscious mind. Again, the mind controls the body. So your subconscious, watch this, is still at work when what? You sleep. But it has no use for what? After death. When you die, the brain don't need it. What? It's of no use. If it's not life, it has no use. The heart takes over after death. So whatever you thinking, whatever you accumulate, all that knowledge means absolutely nothing at the time of death. All that would be relinquished, and the only thing that counts is what is in the heart, the contents. Okay, that's the concept. The dream state, watch this, aka the spiritual realm, where there's no body. The body can't go to the spirit realm. That's why you go there when you sleep. When the body's at rest, then you can astral plane, lucid dream, go to the next realm. But it's all spiritual and mental. It's all between the ears. Right thinking, with right thinking philosophy's knowledge, what? You have what? Self-knowledge, which is the best knowledge, along with what? God knowledge. If you learn spiritual truths, you live by those truths, you and God will make the connection. You will connect with your higher self. He will connect with you for the things that you're doing. That's the match made in heaven. That's the heart mind coherence. That's Nihas, waking up, the anointment, Christhood, whatever you want to call it. But that's what you're trying to get to. My goal is the right thinking philosophy, master, to get my right thinkers there. That's the goal, knowing thyself. The more spiritual knowledge you obtain, you can acquire, the more you will what? Understand death. The more life you understand, the more you realize death is imminent. Why? We all gonna die. The physical body ain't meant to stay forever, but we know that the spirit is. So what's the problem with death? When you become spiritually enlightened, when you and God become one, you don't have a problem with death. Why? Because that means this here, I can take off this, I can shed this, and go on about my business. If you're afraid of shedding this, because this is all you got problems. So come on, I'll help you out with that. Start doing the right thing, living right, and that'll take care of the problem. Ain't nothing special, but you gotta make the change. You gotta make the decision to do what? The right thing. Moving on. Now, the physical world, right here, this is hell. All that going to hell, no, no, no. We born into this. We're not born sinners. We're born in the sinful world, which is the lowest level on the range, the physical world. Why? Because the spirit is encased in the physical body. The body has limitations. So you can only do but so much in this world. And I recommend doing the right thing. Why? You got all the choices to do whatever you want. As a teacher and advisor, I advise the right thing. Why? You benefit. Okay. We are, understand this, God's having human experiences. I said we're spiritual beings, God is spirit. So we actually spiritual beings having human experiences for a purpose, for a reason. And those who study and understand how the spirit made, your spirit has to, or it wants to go back home. But it don't have no nickel and a dime as far as making it happen unless what? You work with it. You have to enlighten it, wake it up, make the contact within yourself. Know thyself is the ticket. That's what they told you. Now, again, what it is heart mind coherence. Is what you becoming conscious of your higher self, aka God. By what? Living right. Jesus told you there's no other way to get to the Father than other through me. Righteous living, knowing thyself, all the same stuff. So if that's what you subscribe to, he's telling you the same thing I'm telling you. I'm just telling you before he told you, but it's all the same thing. Why? He knew. He knew. Okay? Simple. Knowing God in the physical world is preparing you to what? Join him in the spiritual world. Only if you live right. He don't take unrighteous and bad. Nope, don't work. He want divine. So if you 99% good, but got a little bit of bad, can't use you. Simple as that. So all that. But I gave. No, don't want to hear that. If it ain't all, it won't work. Understand that. So you can go to God a little bit. You can't check God and see what. Let me just put a little bit, invest in a little bit, and see how it works. No, it don't work that way. Trust me. If you give all, you receive abundance. I never knew what that word was until I came to God, basically. But I know what abundance was, so I do now. That's the reason. When you don't know something, you can't actually use it, do it. But once you find out something, it's up to you to use it. All I'm doing is giving you the tools that you need to use to build yourself to be the best you can be, philosophically, mentally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just giving you the tools. I got them all. Okay, let's go. I'm a craftsman, master. Believing in God, listen to this. Believing in God, don't get it done. And not knowing God will keep you what? Reincarnating over and over again. Because you ain't getting it. You ain't making that connection with God, knowing thyself. That's the connection to God. They try to make that clear. If I just said know thyself, I'm taking it to the next level to let you know it covers a whole lot of area. So don't be naive. Well, they just said know thyself. I just know who I am. Knowing your name, your sex, and your age don't mean you know yourself. Moving on. We did that before. I ain't going back there. Like where we at? Now, right thinking philosophy, knowledge of knowing, you know this world is what? You know this world is to be mastered. Why? With what? Knowledge of understanding of self, righteous deeds, and virtuous living. Good deeds, aka, and that's how you receive the blessings, and that's the way to live in this world to make it to the afterlife. Knowing thyself is what? Waking up to what? The spiritual world while still in the physical world. Spiritual enlightenment. I have spiritual knowledge. I have spiritual truths that I've learned and mastered and lived by. That's what I'm trying to pass them on to you. They're perfectly usable for anybody who wants to. I ain't got no lock on. Nope, nope. I'm giving it away. Why? I have it. I've obtained it. I've gained it so I can give it away. I ain't charging. Moving on. Sacred knowledge. What's that? Is in all religions. Every religion is sacred and supposed to be, okay, but sacred knowledge in all religions, watch this, right thinking philosophy teaches sacred knowledge daily. I give you daily bread, knowledge of self. That's daily bread for you can use. Everything I give you is usable. I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of fluff, nonsense. Nope, I'm not gonna tell jokes. I'm not gonna shuck the job. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to teach and instruct and give life lessons for you. Let's go. That's what I do. Now, what you got to do? Daily study and practice of right thinking philosophy will what? You will obtain self-mastery quicker than if you just waited for somebody to help you. No, you need to take the lead on this and start doing the things you need to do for yourself. Excuse me. Becoming spiritually enlightened should be your goal, and that's what mastering right thinking philosophy, aka thyself, like I did over time. It don't happen overnight. I got a student, my master student said, bruh, I've been listening to you 4 years. And I'm still finding out that I don't know nothing. I love that. Why? That means he's still open for learning. There's still room to increase his knowledge and understanding of things that he thought he may have known. Okay, I'm constantly moving on. I ain't stopping. Let's go. I got you. Hold on tight. I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. Now, we did that without the bottom. Okay, now being spiritually ignorant of your higher self is being egoistic. Okay, if you are all about you, male or female, don't care. That's egoistic characteristics of somebody who only think about themselves, and they could care less about God or anybody else. They get their day in court too. Those would be the ones I wished I had. I wish yeah, too late. Okay, now last one, wrapping up. Holy, I'm almost wrapping up. Let's go. Spiritual knowledge is what? Is learning what? Spiritual truth. You need to have the truth to gain knowledge. When you gain knowledge of the spiritual truth, now you got something. But what take it to the next level, you implement it. You manifest what the rules say, the law say, and see it do it play itself out. To a man, you do this, you get that. God ain't failed me yet. The spiritual truths state what? Righteous and virtuous living. Here is the ticket you need to get punched to get there, the afterlife. They lived for the afterlife. Oh, they said the Egyptians was all about dying, death. No, we just knew that death was imminent in this physical world, temporary world, but we prepared while we was here for the afterlife. They didn't understand that. They didn't understand Moses building the ark before the flood, did they? God told him to do that. So again, let your conscience be your God. We got one. Everybody has one. Listen to it. Death, watch this. In this world is what? Only the way to get to the spiritual world. Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Sound familiar? You can't have one without the other. Death will get you there. But if you didn't do the right things before you died, your house wasn't in order, you got a problem. Okay? Call NASA. Why? There's a problem. And NASA means never straight answer. Them guys is on their own level. Moving on, let me wrap this up. Now, with self-knowledge, your knowledge of your higher self makes death part of life. Yeah, you understand it. If you don't, you just not too smart. 100 years. Ain't many people gonna live 100 years. 90. Got some in now. I know. Got 190. I know some 90. 80s. That's my mom's area. So that 80 bracket, once you get there, it starts to get a little sketchy. At 70 to 60, that's where I'm at. So understand, life only gets harder as you go if you don't get knowledge of self and learn how to go into old age gracefully. Most older people just happy to wake up and they thanking God for that. When you get to the point in your life where you just thanking God for waking up, you did something right. And probably you're gonna have no on the afterlife. Why? Because you know certain things about life, life lessons. I can teach you so much. Life can teach you a whole lot more. So understand the lesson I gave you and match it to your life lesson, and you'll be fine. Let me wrap this up. I see the clock is ticking. Now, if you don't live right, and that's your choice, you won't make it into the afterlife. That's a fact. In the discussion, no conversation about, well, what if? No, ain't no what if. You do or you don't. Simple as that. Like me, I can tell my man, there is no maybe, no in between. You do or don't do. Simple. Last one. If you do master living in this life, then you will find, you will be fine what? In the afterlife. That's the name of the game. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out.